It is, I'm Jay John Paul, and I'm here for another special episode. You know who it is. Subscribe, like, and share because this is gonna be a special episode. I'm gonna be talking to the homeless dudes here in Santa Monica, and it's gonna be special because everyone has a special story. And I've been wondering, why are these guys homeless and what's their story? So follow me, listen, stay tuned as we dive into their story and know why they became homeless and what could they have done right, you know what I mean, you know the vibe. And subscribe, like, and let's go.
Ha ha ha. That's crazy, bro.
Again, please.
I got targeted
Okay.
20 years ago for Christian conversion by my family and by some a woman that I knew. They wanted me to become a Christian, and basically just my family and her family have done everything in their power, to make me homeless, to make it where I couldn't work and where I was just as miserable as possible. I think they wanted me to try and seek salvation in the arms of the Lord or something, but I knew what they were doing, and who was doing it to me, so I couldn't do that. Right now I'm looking for an attorney to get me out of this mess. My sister changed my mother's will, and she also hid some assets in my father's will. So I've just got to get an attorney and take care of all this mess. So I'm hoping to not be homeless in another 3 to 6 months. I'm hoping I won't be, but I've been homeless for a long time, 15 or 20 years.
15 to 20 years?
15 to 20 years, yeah.
I'm so sorry to hear that. But how did it just happen? Like, they just wanted you to become Christian? Like,
right, that's what
how
it was.
did your work get affected by that? And does that make sense? Were you working before that happened?
I was, but basically they just, organized people to, harass me. And, when you're
Harass you at work?
at work or anywhere I go, basically almost everybody I come into contact with knows me. They know who I am. They don't know me, they just know who I am when I see me in this neighborhood, all over the world. I lived in Amsterdam for 2 years. Everybody there knows me.
Why does everyone know you?
It's just, a lot of people think it's funny that, it was this woman who got infatuated with me that started it, but my family, also did that. They couldn't have done it without each other, but together it's sort of like a perfect storm where, it was like everybody hates Chris.
Yeah,
I'm Chris.
You're Chris. Except that you're not black, huh?
Right. That's still Chris.
Okay, I got you. But yeah, I'm so sorry to hear about your story, but
I don't like to feel sorry for myself, but
why not?
But it is a struggle. Instead, I just try and struggle and change my situation for the better, because I think that's best, rather than just getting depressed and feeling sorry or anything. You just got to work harder every day.
You said you lived in Amsterdam. How did you move to LA?
I moved to LA when I came back from there. I used to live in San Francisco.
Okay.
My family and this woman, they're all in Texas, and I had to get away from them because, they were just hassling me too much.
Okay. So let's track back. So you lived in Texas, and that's where the woman was living before, right?
Right, and my family, they lived there,
Okay, and then you went to Amsterdam for...
No, I lived in San Francisco and Santa Cruz in the Bay Area for 10 years.
Okay.
And then been in Amsterdam for a couple of years, and here, and,
So when did you become homeless? Was it when you got to LA?
No, it was before then. It was in San Francisco. Basically, for a while I was, it's just a slow downhill type thing. I had a vehicle, or an old van and everything. I lived in that for a while, but it just, it was a long, slow process. When I have a lot of time, since I'm out on the street all the time, I have a lot of time to think about it and reflect and see exactly how it went down step by step, and now I'm just trying to reverse that and move it up the steps as quickly as I can.
So looking back to those steps, what do you think you did wrong, and what do you think you could have done better?
Well, I think the main thing I did was not getting away from my family as soon as I realized that there was a problem there, that they were causing the problem. I shouldn't have had any contact with them. That was my mistake. Your family, you want to be around them, you want to be close to them. But if they're doing you wrong, that's not good. Yeah, if they're doing you wrong, then you really shouldn't be around them, even though you're feeling inside, your family, you should be around them. If they're doing you wrong, you really got to get away from them.
So even though they are your family, if they are doing you wrong, you feel like they should leave, right?
What's that?
So even though they are your family, as long as they are treating you bad, you should leave them, right? That's what I'm saying.
Of course, you have to, unless you want to be treated badly by them. I mean, basically, you don't hurt your family members.
Okay.
But they hurt me.
Gotcha.
And they didn't do it by accident. They did it on purpose because they wanted me to be like them.
So I don't know, but if this is cool, like, what religion were you before when they were trying to make you a Christian?
No religion.
You didn't?
I was brought up in the Catholic religion.
Okay.
But once I became a teenager, I stopped doing any religion, and I hold no religion now.
Okay, so they just wanted to make you a Christian.
Right,
but
right.
Catholics are Christians, though.
Right. I'm not gay. Catholics and Christian, I consider them Christians.
Yeah.
But I'm not gay, which is what most Christian conversion is. But they also, they want you to be a Christian. They can use the same techniques,
Okay, so you think like people that convert to Christians are gay?
No, but that's what Christian conversion is. They call it Christian conversion therapy, but it's not therapy. It's just trying to force someone who's gay to not be gay anymore. But it's illegal to do it to children, and it's basically you're not supposed to do that. But there's a whole cottage industry of people who actually do that for a living, trying to convert people who are gay into not being gay. That's what when
Gotcha.
people say Christian conversion. That's what, in this country, that's usually what they're talking about.
Gotcha.
But for me, it was a different thing. It was actual conversion to Christian.
Okay, gotcha.
And we'll just have to see what the attorneys do. And I'm hoping I won't be homeless very much longer, because it's been a long time. And it's not good. It's not something that I wanted or want now. And I'm not the only person like that. There are many in America. There's many religious people. They call them evangelicals and stuff. Mm-hmm. And they boot their kids. They just boot their kids out. In my case, it was a little bit more than that. But there's lots of people that are out on the streets that have been displaced by their families because they wouldn't go along with their religious beliefs. So I'm not alone.
Wow, I never knew this was a thing. Like families abandoning family members because of religion. So I'm kind of like learning every day. That's why I started this podcast. Because I wanted to like talk to people, know what they are thinking. So what do you think you could have? Okay, what do you think you could do to get out of this situation? I know you say you are kind of like tracking your steps back to see.
I'm going to get an attorney. There's
Have you met with any attorney yet?
Right now, I've just been strolling through it. And I'm going to start emailing them today. In fact, I've got one email, but I want to do like 3 at a time. Send them emails, and I think I'll be able to get someone to help me. I mean, I've gone to doctors and everything for help, and the doctors tell me, well, in a situation like this, what can we do? So doctors, medical doctors, psychologists, everyone, they just go, what can we do about that? We can't take you into our house.
Gotcha. So what were you doing before you became like this? Like you went to college, right?
I've only got a couple of years of college. I didn't graduate, but I used to do construction work. I was a carpenter for a long time. Before that, I was a mechanic also, like Volkswagens. It's like the old hippie thing. I used to have long hair.
Yeah, I can see that.
But I used to work on Volkswagens with some friends of mine. Then I was a carpenter. But my health isn't good enough for that sort of thing now.
All right, thank you very much. I'm gonna try to find a friend who is an attorney to help you out, so hopefully you get out of this like real quick, like no one likes seeing you here, because you've got like a unique story like no one ever has, and people are just seeing you things like you are kind of lazy from working or some shit, but
Right.
yeah, talking to you right now, I've seen like you are like a smart guy, hardworking guy, and I believe God will help you, to make it out there.
Well, I just hope that I believe in religious freedom. I believe people should believe.
Exactly, I believe in that too.
Their choice, whichever God they want. But if they don't want to believe in a God,
they should be free. Yeah,
that's fine too.
Yeah. I feel you. All right, thank you very much for your time, bro. All right, time for you before I let you go. I have a YouTube channel and I do podcasts, so I'm trying to know like what got you here, like what made you homeless, like
my homeless name is adjunct professor. Part-time scheduling was not good to me,
okay.
But my side hustle was weak.
Was what?
My side hustle was weak.
Okay, gotcha.
I needed 2 jobs, mostly had 1.
Okay.
I made more as a busboy than 12 years later in the same part-time hours as a professor with good ratings.
Okay.
I taught algebra. They didn't like my performance, but then
you taught algebra?
I was good at it. At a community college.
Okay.
I helped those that need the most. My mistake then, when I became an entrepreneur, I fired all but my favorite clients.
You fired all your clients?
Unlike McDonald's and 7-Eleven, I picked my favorite clients and then they third booked instead of triple booked. I was fucked. Since then, it's hard to make money because agency is proud to be unfair as I'm a scapegoat.
Okay.
I have more. So my homeless name is Adjunct. My other homeless name is My Mama's Boy Ended on a Bad Opiate Note. After a history of vicious Fridays, I spent next week's cash fast. So A, I don't have a right to work. What's the intersection of war and nigger? Buy your freedom. You can't.
I mean, you can say the N-word though, but
I
just
can't.
yeah.
Also, I'm black. Why did they say that?
Black?
Remote control gold chains nigger calls me. It says young or old or not. You look like me or not. Here's a better theory. Why am I homeless?
Yeah, why are you home?
Because every signal I send is intercepted by trust and reputation network seeks to sink me.
So who's trying to sink you though?
I didn't get a caller ID.
Caller ID?
I didn't get a caller ID.
Why?
So why? So it's more than one group in intersection and union against me. Basically, I'm a goofball, and they seek to replace me with boring and mean. Therefore, fuck you.
So is the government trying to like help you?
The government allows it. It doesn't have to be a government to bother me on purpose.
What do you mean?
Should I speak?
Yeah, speak, bro.
No, I should speak. I was born as a love. I am God, I am love. So are you, Hare.
You good?
I'm God, I am love. I dropped the king of drop. Methamphetamines drops everything because it needs to stop. I dropped the king of drop.
So...
And then meanwhile, because I have the will to redefine my will. Absolutism good means goddamn that the radio should snarl. Yeah. Based on the fact that it already bought the land. It already bought the land, must not play through the human geometry of time. So my mistake. I spent all my money while part-time professor lived at home. And then every place I've been since then has been a trap. A friendly fire is neither friendly nor fire. Therefore, fuck you.
Okay, so you know,
you can't use this whole thing.
So look at these people right here. They're always thinking like you are here or you are this because of you've been doing drugs. So do you do drugs or what?
No.
Okay.
No, I tell you what. Everybody needs 10,000 calories or they have to sit the fuck down, which they do. Fuck you. No engine is perfectly efficient. Therefore, all debate is wrong as it takes away from our we like to do this. Of course we know this.
You say 10,000 calories?
No engine, yeah.
How?
I don't eat that much.
Wait, 10,000 calories per day or per month?
Are you the universe in ecstatic motion? My love.
Okay.
So, no intellectual machine is efficient. By information exchange, they would replace you with worse. But the car is less efficient than me. What part of your energy is good? All of it. And what part of it is you? Not as much because I have no money. I always plan to be an apartment cat. Work and then buy everything. I didn't work that much. So I'm fucked. Therefore, trust and reputation sinks me on Scapegoat. Therefore, fuck you.
Gotcha. All right, thank you very.
Hey, Lex,
Yeah,
this is
thank you.
fantastic. Can you get me more food?
Nah, just enjoy this, brother. Yeah.
There's no, it's not supposed to be pictures, not supposed to be none of that. You know what I'm saying? It's supposed to be natural living. You have a life book. You write your own book of life.
Yeah.
God write the book of love. These are the guidelines. Live like that, you'll be all right. You don't want to live like that, that's your problem. See, people make problems for themselves, and then when they get in that problem, they don't want to even solve their own problem if they know how. You know what I'm saying?
So why do you think like people make problems for themselves?
They have to. Who put you in a situation? You do.
Yeah,
if you
true.
put yourself in that situation, you got a problem.
Yeah.
Then you put yourself in problem situation, good, bad, or indifferent. You put yourself in a situation. I like this situation. Yeah, situation right there. And sit in that situation. You understand?
Okay.
There's good and evil. God lords over good and evil. Okay, lording over good and evil. I mean, I just babysit. Babysitting.
Okay,
Babysitting the good and evil until one of them, you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
I'm going to tell you,
But-
good is going to win because they're going to eat every fucking thing.
Yeah, but then-
I'm going to just sit back and smoke weed and drink it. I wouldn't give a fuck, eat, drink, and be married. I'm not going to transgress myself.
I feel you.
My happiness. See,
That's the fact, bro. That's the
See,
word. Yeah.
if you don't make yourself happy, you sin against yourself.
But what I'm asking is like, do you think like your situation right now, you got yourself into the mess or the government?
No,
Like,
I'm gonna tell
how
you,
did
I'm
it
gonna tell you
go?
like this. I had
We just want to hear your story, you know,
my
because
story is my parents aren't my parents.
okay.
Okay, and they.
Can I sit here?
You go ahead.
Okay, gotcha.
See,
Yeah.
my parents ain't my parents.
Okay.
And my brother ain't my brother. Okay. They hypnotized me. Okay, when I was a child, and I knew no better, and grew up as an average, everyday individual, trying to do the right thing.
Yeah.
Always trying to do the right thing. I was put in prison. I was, you know what I'm saying, for doing the right thing. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to help somebody, and they turn around and lie on me. You know what I'm saying? I ended up doing 13 years, but that wasn't the first one. You know what I'm saying? Just constant, you know what I'm saying? But I understood that my parents were behind it for the money, the power, and all these things, right? And see, when you get somebody that's greedy for power, you gotta watch them. You really do. I don't care how close you are to them. You have to watch them because of the simple fact they'll kill you. If you yourself, you ain't fucking with God. You know what I'm saying? You gotta pay to play the game. You do. You want to fight God and live free. Freeloading. You want to freeload off God.
Okay, so-
And when God says no, how
Yeah.
about no?
I mean, I see-
You
I
gotta
see-
be a real motherfucker. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
I see
Okay.
you believe in God too much, huh?
I believe in myself.
Oh, you believe in yourself, not God?
I'm the Holy Spirit. I make God God.
Oh, gotcha.
You see what I'm saying? See, and then heaven. See, that's me. The whole fucking sky will tell you. Okay, so when you run up against something, and then it's also he's more than the whole world against him. So that means I take the world, throw it like a fire baseball.
Gotcha. But I want you to like tell me your story. Like, how did you get here? Like,
I told you I got here.
what's
I
the
came
story
down
like?
from heaven. You came down from heaven, so okay. I came down. I didn't have no neighbor that came down. I didn't want that.
But then you just said you were 13 years in prison, right?
Yeah, I did all that shit. I came as a person.
Okay, yeah, I know,
I'm
I
a
know
spirit.
that.
I'm a spirit. Look,
Yeah.
I'm a ghost. I'm a damn ghost.
I can't even see you, bro. I can see you, bro. Yeah, you're a ghost, bro.
I'm a damn ghost.
Hell yeah,
okay,
bro.
You can go through me, all that.
That's what I'm saying.
I can let you touch me because
Yeah.
I know you can't do nothing to me.
Exactly. Yeah,
you
you the
can't do nothing
ghost.
to me. I let
Exactly.
you touch me and I stop. Put him back. He won't
you
come
got
back.
me.
See,
Okay.
that's somebody you don't fuck with.
Yeah.
A motherfucker just, well, tell me I don't ever have to come back. And they'll take you and have to do it. They have to do it.
Yeah.
Regardless of what you say, think, or do, they have to do it. So if I was you or anybody else, I mind my damn business. Like it says in the Bible, mind your business and keep your hands to yourself before God get fed up and tired with your motherfucking ass. Because God is a real motherfucker. He gotta be the truth.
That's true.
So when I get fed up, it's gonna be the damn truth. It's gonna be the damn truth. Your ass ain't gonna be here no more.
Yes, sir.
I mean, because I have to lie to you. I have to lie to myself
Okay.
before I lie to you.
Okay.
See, I have to make it up.
So basically, you don't lie, huh?
Why?
Gotcha. Why would you
I have to
lie?
lie to myself.
So you don't want to lie to yourself?
I don't lie to myself, so I can't lie to you.
Okay, gotcha.
That's honesty, loyalty to myself. I'm not loyal to anybody but myself.
Okay.
When I fish inside myself, I get an understanding that if I, you know what I'm saying, if you guys call it karma, you call it whatever you want to call it. To thine own self be true. If I'm not true to me, I can't be true to you.
Gotcha. So like
If
talking.
I don't make myself happy, I can't make you happy. That's like, girl, I'm looking for a man to make me happy. Girl, you better be happy right here. And then, see, happiness is like misery. Misery love company. Happiness love is own company too. You know what I'm saying?
So are you happy right now?
I'm gonna stay happy. I don't care what you see. It don't matter.
It don't matter if
Look,
you're
look.
happy or
Yeah,
what.
it matters if I'm happy.
Okay,
But
yeah.
if you don't want to make yourself happy, what
Yeah.
do I got to do with that?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what,
If you
yeah.
don't want to be happy, what the fuck do I got to do with it? I
Gotcha.
mind my business. My business is making me happy. You know what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
My business
Gotcha.
making me happy.
Yeah.
Your business is to make you happy.
Yeah, I'm happy, of course, but I'm trying to ask if
See-
you're happy. Like, are you happy like this? You know what I mean?
I'm comfortable.
Are you
doesn't
comfortable?
See, if I don't make comfort in every situation that I am exposed into, and say, okay, it's a lot of them, they want to do this, let them. See, because eventually you're going to stack your chips against you, and it's bad betting in Vegas fucking with me. Very fucking bad betting in Vegas. You know what I'm saying? Because, go away, come back, okay? That's rake in the chips now.
Raking the chips now.
Rake in the chips now, the hand is over.
Yeah, the hand-
Rake
yeah,
in
yeah.
the chips and your ass is out of here.
Yes, sir.
So, when I get fed up, okay, you won't be here.
Gotcha.
It's plain and simple. So you keep coming around fucking with me, and I, one at a time, two at a time, and you know what I'm saying? It's not gonna matter.
All right.
See, because you put yourself in a bad situation for yourself. So if you get what putting yourself in that bad, what do I gotta do with it?
You should be comfortable with it, right?
You should be comfortable killing your damn self and not coming back if you keep saying that shit.
That's the best. That's
Now, you want to keep dying? How about we just say, okay, go die one more fucking time and get the fuck out of here? Who said that? Wait a minute. Who are you? No.
yeah.
He led you astray when he said, see that? You should have went to heaven and stayed your ass there. You didn't. He's a damn lie.
It's a damn lie.
What?
Okay.
They're gonna take him.
Gotcha.
They don't give a fuck.
They don't give a fuck, bro.
They don't.
They don't.
You know, it's God's world.
Yeah.
And they're gonna make it fruitful, and it's gonna multiply. I'm gonna smoke weed every day. Shut them big ass trees. You can't have weed at the shop.
But
Fuck
how
you,
do
I
you-
got 70-foot trees.
How do you get them weeds then?
Huh?
How do you get the weeds?
How do I get weed? I grow it. I grow it. I
Okay.
say, that's a marijuana tree. Bing! And that motherfucker grows 70 feet tall. Look, you go right there. Right there. I got a big ass. I gotta want to understand and learn.
Yeah.
See, if you don't, if it's something you just playing a game with, then you playing a game on yourself. See, understanding and knowledge is pretty much free. If you live, it's gonna be free. It don't matter what that shit do. Look, what are you guys doing? Oh, he's trying to film me. It's not working.
Yeah, I know.
It has to tell me.
Okay.
The light inside there has to tell me. I'm the father of all lights.
Yes, sir. All right, thank you very much,
Ain't
brother.
not a problem.
Hey, how you doing, brother?
I'm alright.
Doing great, staying safe?
Staying healthy.
Staying healthy, I see you. So, I want to hear your story, like how did you get here? I know people listening want to hear your stories too. So, can you give us like a story of you?
I can give the story of myself.
Okay, yeah.
In the story of myself, I became homeless. I lost my job. I had 2 jobs. I was working in a factory, and I was also in a cleaning service. I was attacked by a dog on my off time. So I wasn't given the proper benefits that were available to those who have gotten hurt on the job. Then there was a misappropriation of my paperwork, where my paperwork wasn't filed properly. And so, and during that time, when I lost my job, rent was due. I had gotten no government supplements. I had gotten no health aid other than the care for my arm.
Yeah.
But then I was also out of work. Landlords don't care about that. They care about having the rent on time.
Yeah.
I couldn't come up with the rent. I was asked to leave. Since that was about September of last year. Since then, I have been pretty much out here. I'm a Scorpio, so I came to the water.
Okay, gotcha.
I definitely came for a wash and a cleanse. When I came, I was actually about to start working. Another contributor to my homelessness at the moment was COVID-19. I was actually, I had been working here before. I was actually going to get my a prior job back, except the governor closed down every restaurant. I was left without any funds, without any, as everyone else was. So I was just one of the people who was caught within the COVID epidemic while having a little bit less of resources available.
Gotcha.
So the resources that were available, I was starting to see a heightened rise in outbreaks in places of shelter. I was I knew that my immune system was pretty healthy. I knew that I could withstand the element and be conducive still to the recovery needed in our society during a quarantine.
Mm-hmm.
And so and then also I started having the acknowledgement of the doors being closed for shelters.
Okay, yeah.
So when I coupled the reality that a lot of doors were being overfilled, and then on top of that there was a lot of outbreak also happening,
Mm-hmm.
I chose to make the independent choice to step away and
Gotcha.
stay healthy, during the
yourself?
quarantine, but
Yeah,
by myself.
sure.
Hopefully when things open back up, I'm available for knowledge. I'm available for the application of work. I'm available to the progression of our society after post COVID-19 lockdown.
Gotcha.
So right now, I'm very comfortable being locked down while the entire world is as well, or let's say the entire country for sure.
Gotcha, yeah.
There is a humanitarian equality that is met due to everyone being locked down together. So even my homelessness gives me a heightened awareness and a connectivity to the reality of building healthy for tomorrow in our grandiose population when we all come back together.
Gotcha.
So for myself, being homeless hasn't rattled my my intellectual availability to myself.
Gotcha.
It hasn't disassociated my mental capacity for the awareness needed to be a conduit of tomorrow's progressions. It hasn't given or opened any availability towards any negativity or violence or criminality, in which is sadly become such a statistical factor in so many African American, for sure, homeless men as myself. So none of those factors have played a part in my progression of self while being homeless, and so I definitely stand apart from the statistical elements of what would induce someone else's characteristics of my life. However, I'm more in a process of self-awareness that is available to. I thought about her.
Who is her?
Everyone has their hers out here.
Okay, gotcha.
Everyone has their motivations to stay healthy.
Yeah.
Everyone has their, whether it be owning their next car, whether it be having a beautiful wife and family.
Gotcha.
Mine just more so for the humanitarian connection.
Gotcha.
So I'm rather focused on the wife and children.
So do you have your wife right now? And
No,
kids?
I'm single.
Okay, gotcha.
I'm completely single. I smirk because, of course, well, for myself, that is a dream.
Okay.
That in the moment, my reality doesn't
Can't-
allow for
can't
myself
afford
to
it,
dream.
yeah,
you know,
that's it.
it's not the time or space needed for any availability towards a dream. This is real life.
Yeah.
You know, people have lived, people have died in this quarantine. A lot of people have died in this quarantine. So when a lot of people have died in a quarantine, understand that there's always the availability for us to gain the knowledge to grow, or for us to keep the toxicity and continue to die.
Okay. So I have 2 questions for you.
Yes.
One, do you think the government let you become homeless because you are African American? Because you could have fought against the company that let you beat without insurance, without taking care of you, and then made you become homeless.
Okay.
And then the second question is, do you think there is something you could have done better to avoid being
The situation.
in this situation?
Got it. I'll say the first one, I live in California. I was born in California.
Okay.
California is the 5th largest economy in the world. 5th largest economical structure in the entire world. So I live in a place that has the capacity to own other nations while still being a state in this one. I live in the state that has the capacity economically to free every child in this state, in this country, and then go around the world and feed others and not lose any economical value.
I don't think we do have that ability though.
Why do I think that?
Yeah.
Because those are the facts.
Okay.
Like I say, California as a state institution, if you Google California's economical standing in the world economics,
Okay.
and you see the rankings, our one state has the economical value of the 5th largest country in the world.
Gotcha.
It makes absolutely no sense for there to be a homeless situation here. It makes absolutely no humanitarian sense for California to sit and watch its people die on the street. Makes absolutely no sense, and this is the 5th. There should be not only a structure set in place, but a formation and a formula used to the T to make sure California is that progressive humanitarian state that it yelled it was when it was yelling climate change.
Gotcha.
So as we sit and look at the structures for today, we see the lack of constraint that one has for the necessity to be there of the availability of a human in our state. Because see, when you have the capacity to end a crisis and you choose to use that humanitarian crisis to perpetuate funding for law enforcement, and then funding for law enforcement, you drive nothing to the public educational infrastructure. You drive nothing to the public transit infrastructure for the people in which need that money. You drive nothing for the young children at the schools to get free lunches, except in a pandemic. Except in a global pandemic, then do you afford the young children free meals?
Yeah, you know one thing with this pandemic.
You have the institutional infrastructure to do so.
Yeah.
That is a very, very miscalculation and a mischaracter of the legitimacy of the governance of California when you look at the responsibility that it has to its constituents and its people. I am a lawful constituent of the state of California. I am a lawful state with my first state article constituted right to be free and inalienable in my state. So therefore, any hindrance or any infringement upon the reality and the freedom and liberty that I have to go work, to do this, to be free, to not be investigated, to not be hunted, to not be under any false description of anything outside of a human being, to make sure that everything and every institution is held accountable under the reality of what is necessity to the infrastructure of our country. Now, when we realize that, then we understand the legitimacy behind the intellect needed to have an infrastructure that not only pars with the best of the economical standpoint, but also pars with the humanitarian elevation that it does for its entire nation of people. And that is the lack of awareness that the state has for its own state-born natural citizens in its country, which I am.
Okay, I got you, but I mean, the question I asked was, why didn't you go ahead to sue the company for what they did to you? Because you was beat at work. Yeah,
I just stated that the fight would be with the California state institutions. So
did
we
you
talk
report
about lawsuits.
Yeah,
You're asking about lawsuits. Why didn't? If you look a few weeks ago, Santa Monica was in the paper a couple months ago for selling out. It was a lawsuit. That was Santa Monica a couple months ago. Huge lawsuit. 2 years ago, LA sheriffs were in the news for the exact same lawsuit. About 3 years ago, LAPD, for some strange reason, crashed one of their cars and went on a nice high-speed chase with a young girl that should not have ever have had keys, but then found out so much more after she gave away the fucking car. So when we look at infrastructures, like I'm talking about healthy infrastructures, right? Why would I not sue, or why would I sue? That was the question. When we're looking at infrastructures, right? And we're looking at the healthy proponents of infrastructures, right? And we're looking at the reality of those toxic institutions that have perpetuated the reality of the disenfranchisement that people like myself have to the availability of the necessary proper tools to, like you said before, sue the state for the misappropriation of funds necessary to the construction of the eradication of homelessness. So like I said, when you're talking about why not sue, you're giving a great point, because there is an institutional infrastructure set in place for myself to do just that on a very, very, very wide scale, and make sure that we are federally funding the guidelines necessary to advance the proper humanitarian attention needed to state-born people.
Gotcha. So, like, what would you do right now to get out of this situation you are in right now? Do you understand? Because I know you said that once this is over, you plan on applying to jobs and stuff. But is there like any more steps you have in mind to get out of this situation, like once this pandemic is over? How have you been taking care of yourselves and
I'll
stuff
say
like
this. Political ambition is my next move. Us, you, me, and him all have made sure that Michael is aware. Michael's myself. Excuse the third person. I don't think I introduced myself. I want to make sure that I am using all of this collective social interaction in a pandemic, in a neo terroristic environment. No one around the world has ever witnessed this happen in our lifetime. Now all of us have. So this was the zombie apocalypse everyone has lived through. Some of us have not. Can't say everyone. However, we're here. They're here. I'm here. Let's all make sure that we're pushing the U.S. a whole lot further. Let's make sure that we're using our connectivity with the world right now, being on lockdown, to spearhead the next healthy proponents of the world. Now, what am I gonna do, right? What the question was, what am I gonna do? First, I'm gonna teach, like I just did. Second, what I'm gonna do is, like I said, pay attention and use my my vernacular, my intellect for political advancement. That's the next thing Michael's gonna do. Just due to the lack of awareness that any political or law enforcement agency has to the healthy proponents of pushing a proper and healthy society forward. So I don't want to be the person to attack that. Now that I have lived through that, now that this homeless situation has given me awareness to that, and given me awareness to the issues, given me a firsthand and a lived experience to the elements of being homeless, my goal and my goal will be for the elevation of the connectivity needed for human and human interaction to build back up with our safety infrastructures and the people in which are governed by them, and then also with our governance and the bureaucracy there is to provide the legitimate infrastructure needed to address all homelessness, to address all people's concerns, and to bring us back to the elements and the foundation of being properly equipped and aware to progress a healthy state and nation forward. That is my intention. It'll always be my intention. Homeless or not, that doesn't mean I have to be out here stupid. And that's to everyone. Homeless or not does not mean you have to be out here stupid. This is a quarantine. This is a washing. This is a time for everyone's intellect to be on a straight, very adapt, progressive move towards intellectual property. It makes no sense for us to waver in any form towards the toxin any longer. The toxin has brought in the world to the standstill. Now let's purge ourselves of the toxin and let's re-interact and recommune on a higher level of keeping ourselves healthy. Let's keep these healthy proponents of washing our hands. Let's keep these healthy proponents of making ourselves aware of when we, I, they, or them are sick, and keep us all healthy and be very healthy, acknowledging proponents of a conductive and I say conductive as that motivating force in a society of our generation is right now. That's where I'm at. That's where my brain and my heart will stay with the people. Let's love.
That's love, bro.
Stay healthy.
Stay healthy. Thank you, brother, for your time. Man, this has been crazy today. Goddamn. Like, I've learned so much more today just by listening to people talk about their experiences and stuff. And you could see, like, we are so opportune and, let's say, lucky to have our life and not be affected by external factors. Like we've seen, like the black dude, the other dude was walking, and then because of a dog bite he became homeless. The other one was because of family members. And you've seen, like, we shouldn't judge the book by its cover, rather by its content. And speaking to those dudes and homeless guys have made me realize the story of not everyone has a special story to tell, and we always have to listen to them, you know. So you guys should subscribe to the YouTube channel. Don't forget to smash that like button, because I'm gonna be posting a new content every week, and depends on how it goes, maybe a few days, you know. So thank you for listening, and see you later.
That's crazy, bro.